Alright, so this is going to be a quick review of the Ruger 22. It comes with 2 cylinders. One is a 22 Magnum round, the other one is the 22 long rifle. I do have a live round out here. You'll see why here in a second. We're just going to set it over here, out of the way. I'm going to do a safety check. As you see, there's nothing in there. This is a great little gun for shooting 22 in a revolver format. Alright, with any revolver, to take it apart, you have a little button here, you have the cylinder pin. Just push the button, pull the cylinder pin out. Sometimes it can be a little tricky. Flip this up, drop the cylinder out. Alright, so the main purpose of this, besides just talking about the Ruger, is actually figuring out which cylinder is for the 22 Magnum and which one's for the 22 long rifle. Now, this particular one, and I think this is true with all of them, it's actually not marked of which one is which ammo. It's a little frustrating. So what I do, as you see here, I got a box of 22 Magnum round. Now the Magnum round, of course, is going to be a little longer and a little bigger around than the 22 long rifle. The easiest way to make sure you're doing the right one is the Magnum is only going to fit in the Magnum cylinder. So for instance, this one, you see here, the Magnum round will not fit in the cylinder at all. Now the 22 long rifle round will fit in both of these, but the Magnum, as you can see here, fits here. So this is the Magnum round. Most of the time, of course, I'm going to shoot 22 long rifle for safety purposes. I'm going to go ahead and put this round back and move it away from the area. Alright, if you're buying a revolver of this type used, what I like to do to make sure everything seats correctly and aligns, you take the cylinder pin and just slide it in and out the cylinder just to make sure everything runs smoothly. Because if this pin is bent in any way, the gun will not work properly. Go ahead and slide that in there, push the button, and it should pop right in, and it should seat correctly on the other end. Also want to make sure where the firing pin is, it's not degraded in any way, and the barrel surface area where the cylinder comes, it's not pitted or worn off in one direction or the other. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the cylinder back in. You always want the notch area. This is an older gun, so there's actually some wear on it. It's going to be normal for an older gun. You just want to make sure you clean well around it and keep it oiled. Alright, so you just slide the cylinder in. You don't want to force it. Once again, the rules of gun. If you're forcing it, there's probably something wrong. You need to back out and look at it again. Now with any kind of gun of this type, sometimes getting the cylinder lined up just right can be a little tricky, especially with a newer one. Or maybe even with an older one. Button, slide it in, do a function check. This is a single action, which means you have to pull the trigger back every time, and it functions great. So to load and unload, you're going to slightly pull the hammer in the half cocked position, and it'll run through your pin here. You line it up with the cylinder. Take the old round out. I like to go ahead and empty my gun completely before I reload. And this is a great little gun. You can pick them up relatively inexpensive, and they shoot great. They're dependable. And this is a Ruger single 6 22 with the magnum and the long rifle cylinder. Thanks for watching.